You probably remember the years when Ellen DeGeneres was everywhere. Her face was on billboards, her dance moves graced countless living rooms, and her talk show became a daily escape for millions. But then, the story took a dark turn. The woman who told us to be kind to one another was suddenly at the center of one of Hollywood's biggest falls from grace. So what really happened? Let's break it down. The beginning of the backlash. It all started in November 2019 when actress Dakota Johnson appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show. What began as a seemingly light-hearted interview quickly turned awkward. Ellen playfully accused Dakota of not inviting her to her 30th birthday party, but Dakota wasn't having it. "Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. Ask everybody. Ask Jonathan, your producer," she said. The revelation left viewers stunned, and social media had a field day. People began questioning Ellen's authenticity. This was the first crack in the carefully curated persona that had been built over 16 years on air. Then came the infamous Dallas Cowboys game. Just one day after Dakota's party, Ellen was spotted sitting next to former President George W. Bush. The image of a progressive, openly gay icon chatting it up with a leader whose administration had been criticised for anti-LGBTQ policies and handling of Hurricane Katrina didn't sit well with the public. Online backlash exploded, and suddenly, the cracks in Ellen's image grew wider. Pandemic problems and crew outrage. By April 2020, the world was in lockdown due to COVID-19. Ellen's show continued airing remotely from her California mansion, but behind the scenes, things were far from smooth. According to Variety, her core stage crew, more than 30 employees, had received no communication about their working hours or pay for over a month. To make matters worse, Ellen had hired an outside, non-unionized tech company to help produce episodes from her home. When crew members finally received word, their pay had been drastically reduced. This was a major blow to Ellen's image. Fans who had watched her donate millions to those in need began questioning why she wasn't showing the same loyalty to the people who helped make her show a success. Comparisons were made to other hosts like Jimmy Kimmel, who reportedly paid his crew out of his own pocket during the shutdown. The damage was done. BuzzFeed's bombshell investigation. Then, in July 2020, BuzzFeed News published a damning exposé. Interviews with current and former employees revealed accusations of racism, intimidation, and a toxic work environment. One former employee famously stated that "be kind bulls" only happens when the cameras are on. Suddenly, stories about Ellen's alleged cold demeanour circulated online. There were claims that she refused to make eye contact with staff and had bizarre rules, like telling people not to eat meat in her presence. In response, Ellen issued a letter to her crew, apologising for the allegations and promising to take responsibility for the toxic culture. However, just a day later, BuzzFeed News dropped another bombshell. Executive producers of the show, including Kevin Lehman and Ed Glavin, were accused of sexual misconduct and harassment. Warner Brothers conducted an internal investigation, and by August 2020, Lehman, Glavin, and another producer, Jonathan Norman, had parted ways with the show. Celebrities weigh in. As the controversy grew, celebrities began choosing sides. Stars like Katy Perry and Ashton Kutcher defended Ellen, saying they were always treated kindly, but others like Brad Garrett and Lee Thompson claimed they were not surprised by the allegations. Old interviews from the show also resurfaced, adding fuel to the fire. One particularly infamous clip from 2012 featured Taylor Swift visibly uncomfortable as Ellen pressured her to play a game involving rumours about her dating life. "This makes me feel so bad about myself," Taylor said at the time. In 2023, the clip went viral on TikTok, with many calling Ellen's behaviour sexist and invasive. Model Emily Ratajkowski even commented on the video saying, "This is so fucked up. She is literally begging her to stop." The apology and the end of an era. In September 2020, Ellen returned to her show with a public apology. She acknowledged the allegations and promised to create a better work environment. "I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realise that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show," she said. But it was too late. Viewers had already turned away and ratings plummeted. In May 2022, after 19 seasons and countless daytime Emmy Awards, the Ellen DeGeneres show came to an end. Despite the tearful farewell, Ellen couldn't escape the shadow of the controversies. The aftermath and Ellen's return to stand-up. In 2023, Ellen made a rare return to the spotlight with a stand-up tour called Ellen's Last Stand, Upper. During her July 2nd show in Santa Rosa, she addressed the accusations directly. "I got kicked out of show business for being mean," she joked. "I can be demanding and impatient and tough. I am a strong woman. I am many things, but I am not mean," she insisted. Ellen's humour was biting, but her vulnerability was clear. At the April 24th Los Angeles show, she admitted, "I just hated the way the show ended. I love that show so much, and I just hated that the last time people would see me is that way." In September 2024, her Netflix special Ellen DeGeneres, For Your Approval, was released, marking what appears to be her final major project. Life after fame. As of 2025, Ellen has reportedly relocated to England with her wife, Portia de Rossi, stepping away from the spotlight entirely. She recently made a rare visit back to California, but there's no indication that she plans to return to television or film. When asked by a fan during one of her stand-up shows if she would ever return to the entertainment industry, Ellen replied, "No, this is the last time you're going to see me. After my Netflix special, I'm done." It's a remarkable end for someone who once defined daytime television. Ellen DeGeneres was once a beacon of positivity and a symbol of resilience in Hollywood. Her rise was inspiring, but her fall was a harsh reminder of the pressures that come with fame. What do you think? Is Ellen a victim of cancel culture, or did she deserve the backlash? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story. Thanks for tuning in.